Hey folks, it's the Right Lane Cowboy out here on in Idaho, heading westbound toward Laurel, Oregon. I know I said I'm not going to do any more videos earlier about while I'm driving down the road, but it's happened 4 times in the last in the last hour or so that I've been out here on this highway. And I felt like I need to get on here and say something about it because nobody in my truck. Mochi's not here; she's at the house. She's feeling a lot better, by the way. She finally passed whatever it was blocking her up, and she's a happy dog. She's missing me like crazy too. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, when I get out there on that left lane and pass you and get back over, most people, they flash their brights to say that, hey, it's safe to get back over. Don't do that. I look in that review mirror to judge my distance to make sure it's safe. It is indeed safe to get back over. And as soon as I look in that mirror and y'all hit them bright lights, now I'm blinded. Now I'm like, oh crap! Can't see anything now. For a couple seconds, you're like, yeah, where do I go? So yeah, don't hit your brights. Cancel them. Turn your lights off. Turn them back on. It only takes a half a second to turn it off, turn it on. Just once, not 45 times. Just turn it off, turn it back on, and that tells me, what you're trying to tell me is it's safe to get back over. If I don't get back over right away, don't continue to do it. Because what you think is safe for me to get back over, I as a professional driver know it's not safe to get back over. I have to be 2 seconds ahead of you. When I'm looking in that mirror, I'm watching them little, the broken line in the middle of the road. I'm watching it when it passes my back tires, and I'm counting 1001, 1002 until that line reaches your bumper. If it's not 2 seconds, I don't get back over. That's 200 feet, right? Typically, right around 200 feet, give or take 20 feet. But a lot of people think that just because you're in front of me and I can get back over and clear your bumper, that it's safe. Okay, let's say I get back over when I just barely clear your bumper, and then my trailer tire blows. Now you're wrecked and possibly dead because that alligator that's going to come off of my, tire tread, it comes off of my tire. We call them alligators out here on the road. When it comes off my tire and hits your bumper or hits your grill, it's going to disable your car. If it gets wrapped up in your undercarriage or your tires or anything like that, you're done. It can spin you out of control. It can make you scare you, make you swerve off the road or swerve into oncoming traffic or traffic that's next to you going the same way. There's so many different things that can happen. So 2 seconds is what I'm looking for, and that's an absolute minimum. I don't follow less than 2 seconds. I try to follow at 5 seconds or more. I don't get back over unless I'm 2 seconds ahead of you. And I expect everybody on the road to understand that 2 seconds is your minimum, and that's like the default. If you're 2 seconds past somebody, get back over. If you're 2 seconds within 2 seconds from behind them, you need to either get over and pass them or back off. That's too daggum close. So anyway, I figured I had to say that, and it's most of the time it's other truck drivers that are flashing their high beams. We have, oh my Lord, with millions and millions of truck drivers on the road nowadays, we have hundreds of thousands of rookies. Think about that for a second. Hundreds of thousands of rookie truck drivers, people that are less than 5 years experience on the road. And I would say a 10-year truck driver is barely getting out of their rookie status. I know I was. It took me 12 or 13 years to get out of my rookie status and, learn everything that I've learned so far. And I still don't know it all by any means. I picked my mom's head. My in-laws were truck drivers for years and years. I think I've talked about that. Look at this jack wagon. He wasn't even a half a second in front of me and got over, but he's doing, he's going almost 20 miles an hour faster than me, so I didn't worry about it. But the second guy right behind him, he just waited until he was almost 3 seconds out there before he got over. So good on him. But he's less than 2 seconds. He's less than a second behind the guy in front of him. So I don't know how safe he is. Anyway, yeah. So don't flash your lights. Turn them off. Turn them on one time. So as far as Mochi goes, Mochi's feeling better. I was talking to my wife on the phone a few days ago, and she said that Mochi would go outside, scratch at the door. She's like, oh, okay, got to go out and go pee. Nope, got to go out and stand at the gate and stare out at the driveway because she knew that I came through town. And she stood there. She must have smelled me because I gave my wife a bunch of hugs. You know, that's what you're supposed to do, right? When you see your wife after 5 weeks of being gone. You're supposed to give her a bunch of kisses and hugs. Well, evidently, my scent got on my wife and she smelled it on, Mochi smelled my scent on her and knew, hey, Dad's here. Where's he at? Going outside and looking around. But she's feeling better. And she'll be back on the truck probably the end of next week, beginning of the week after. Depending on how soon I can get by the house once I get back with Cree. Yeah, I missed the hell out of her. I look back on the bed. I still do. And I dropped her off a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I think 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I dropped her off. And I still... 14 days later, I'm still looking back on the bed thinking, hey, are you back? Oh, wait, she's not here. Duh. So it's kind of cool how a driver will bond with a dog when they're on the truck with you because it's such close quarters, right? Anyway, yeah, so I'm on my last day with Azure Standard. I'm heading over here to pick up one last pickup on the way back. What did I have? I had 5 pickups. On one trailer heading back to Morrow, Oregon, where their warehouse is. And my first pickup was in Houston, Texas, and then I come all the way up to Salt Lake, did 2 more pallets on, then I went out to Sugar City, Idaho, and there's 2 pickups out there. Now I'm headed over here toward Boise, pick up my last one, and then head over to Morrow and drop the truck off, deliver the load and drop the truck off. And then the next day, I believe, either tomorrow afternoon or the next day, Saturday, I'll be hopping a jet and getting on down to Dallas to go through onboarding, orientation, and all that stuff with Cree. So Monday, I'll be back in a truck, and hopefully Tuesday on a road heading toward a load. So everything's happening so fast and quick. Now, one thing I want to say about Drive Azure LLC is what an amazing company to work for. You get Saturdays off, part of Sundays. Every Saturday and part of Sunday, we don't work. We get that day off for whatever reason. I still haven't figured out if the family is Seventh-day Adventist or not. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. Probably matters to them, but it doesn't matter to me. I still get Saturday off and part of Sunday, and I count those days off as a Lord's Day. I do a lot of praying on that day, just Bible reading and all that stuff. I don't know if I ever mentioned in the past, I'm Southern Baptist Christian. Just recently became a member of the church. Kind of a cool thing. It's really enjoy the church I go to. We have an amazing pastor. Anyway, getting back off, getting off track. Let me get back on track here. Azure Standard, Drive Azure LLC is a subsidiary of Azure. A subsidiary or a branch? Maybe a branch is a better explanation of it. They're the transportation part of Azure Standard, Drive Azure LLC. And I implore you, go on to azurestandard.com. It's Z as in zebra, AZURE standard.com. They have an amazing supply on there. Their food, their what do you call that? The vitamin section, health food, the health section of it, the frozen section, all of that stuff is so chock full of opportunities, of healthy food opportunities. I don't think you could buy from them a few different products every month from them. It would take you 20 years to get through all their product. It's amazing how much they got on there. They got anything in the bathroom. They got everything. They got buckets for storing stuff. They got gallon jars, quart jars, pint jars, all of them that say Azure Standard on it. I think it just says Azure on it. And it's the embroidery on the jars is on the inside of the jar, not on the outside. So the outside is smooth, so they store really good. So they don't, like Ball ball canning jars have it on the outside. So when you store them, that takes up a little bit of space and you fit less in an area. But anyway, yeah, they got that. They got food for your animals, for dogs, cats. We have goats and chickens at the house. We get food for them. Just go on there. Go on AzureStandard.com and check it out. To open an account is free. Very, very competitive prices up there. So, man, it's getting dark, isn't it? If I do that. Hey, there you go. No, can't ride with the light on. That's illegal. Anyway, so yeah, it's a good company to work for. They pay good. I just can't do the unloading. You know, it's destroying me. So when I go home to the house, I can't do anything. You know, I'm gone for 2 weeks, but it takes a week to recoup. You know, I'm out for 5 weeks. I go home for 2, and it's too much time at the house. You know, I could be working and earning money for half of that time and exponentially increase my yearly income. But it's a bittersweet thing. I'm going back to a company that's welcoming me back with open arms. I get all my seniority back. I get the same pay. I get close to a brand new truck, if not a brand new truck. I'm trying to get into a Kenworth T680, most likely either a 23 or a 24 in the model year. So can't wait to get back on my dispatcher's board. McCall, he's the bomb, man. Shout out to McCall Gassman, you're the bomb. In fact, you know what? Go on. I don't even know where his videos are. He does a podcast. It's a McCall MCHALL Gassman, GASSMAN. It's pronounced Gassman. Look him up on wherever you look at your blogs and videos and stuff, and look him up. I think right now he's just on Facebook. So maybe he's somewhere else. I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while. He's got some really good sports. I don't know what they are, sports updates or whatever. But if you're betting on sports, he's got a pretty good record. So look him up. But anyway, I can't wait to get back on his board. He's cool. He's not a Cowboys fan. He's a Patriots fan. I don't fault him for that. Well, yes, I do. I fault him for that. He should be because his Patriot is actually a Cowboy because he's got a star on the top of his head. But anyway, yeah, I can't wait to get back to Crete. Sad I'm leaving this company. It's just something I have to do. Circumstances say so. I'm not gonna kill myself physically to make $1 when I can go over there and make the same dollar and not kill myself. So anyway, quick recap: don't flash your headlights. Turn them off. Turn them back on. Next time I'm on here, I'll have Mochi on here to say hi with me. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day, blessed night, whatever you're going into. We'll talk at y'all later. Right? Lane Cowboy, out!